started. It was hard work, but it is the world's greatest event, and hopefully, I know you've been down there a couple of times.
Yes.
So hopefully we'll get to go together, so I can give you the inside tour.
I love that. I love that.
GTEX Home is a brand with vision of having the largest green and smart estate with innovation and technology. The vision has given birth to Jasper Gardenia along the coastline of Ibejuleki, Lagos. The first green and smart affordable estate. Now, Jasper Estate is just 10 minutes away from Dangote Refinery and is just opposite the Lekki Golf Course. And guess what? The title is Giza. Now, you can get a property here because here, my friend, is the future.
GTEX Homes. We don't just sell properties.
We help you build your future.
My name is Stephen Akintayo. I'm known as Africa's Sought After Investment Coach. I started 13 years ago as an entrepreneur and knowing nothing but having the guts and of course wanting to be wealthy, as I was born from a poor family. My mother was a civil servant. My father's business had crumbled before I was born, but I knew that we could be wealthy. But something changed my life. At the age of 17, I started reading a book on money. And I got to know that I can be wealthy. It's possible. I started the first wealth university. By the time you're done with it, you can literally start your own business or be able to learn how to invest in a business and make money for yourself. I'd like you to sign up today in www.stephenakitayouniversity.com.
Wow, thank you for inviting me to Kiza.
You're welcome, my brother, man. Always a pleasure to have you around.
Yes.
Sanbonani Senma Mugela, which means welcome to Kiza. My name is Lebo and I'm from South Africa.
Sambonani.
Yebo.
Thank you. Will you say this is the most luxurious African restaurant in Dubai?
I think it is the only one in Dubai.
Oh, I like that.
have to be able to make decisions and develop strategies on the fly. I mean, luckily for us, the rooftop incident was blamed on a telecom company. But we know that telecommunications equipment really doesn't blow up. So we managed to maintain the flow of information to the media and the public until the government and the police discovered that it was actually a leaky gas tank. And so, again, my company got blamed for something that it had absolutely nothing to do with.
Of course.
Our job was really to maintain or safeguard its reputation during that investigation period. And thankfully, we were very lucky in that there was no, even though that it wasn't our fault, there was no fallout after that. Because the biggest problem is that it's all about perception. If I think you're guilty, you're guilty.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter if you're proven innocent
after that. You're already guilty. And even if they come out and say you're innocent, the mindset could be like, oh, they're just deceiving everyone. Oh, it's not true. Oh, maybe they went to, pull some strings. It's a delicate job, really. So, guys, I've been speaking to Sherif by there, and he's been a PR marketing communication expert, VP for Denmark, of course, even Expo 2020, and just sharing about his life, what he does, and all that. So tell me about Egypt. Are you still in touch? And what do you think about where you're from?
Well, Egypt has always been one of those places where I'm part of it, but I'm not. I was lucky enough, because of my father's job, I was lucky enough to grow up in the United States.
Okay.
We spent a lot of time in DC in the 70s, then did a short stint in Australia, believe it or not, and then went back to Houston. So the first 19 years of my life were spent predominantly in the West.
Wow.
So coming back to Egypt in 91 and living there for a few years, it was an eye-opener in how the other side of the world lived. Of course, Egypt today is a very different animal. Its economy is growing. The leadership there has a very good handle. They brought security back into the country after the revolution.
Absolutely.
And things are, let's say, developing in a manner that's going to make Egypt, hopefully, one of the strong African nations in the coming decade or so.
Absolutely.
But I still visit. I do. I still like going to the pyramids.
Oh,
we should go together
sometime
absolutely. For the VIP tour.
Absolutely. I love that.
I'd love to take you.
I love that. I've not been to Egypt, so it would be good to go.
There you go. It's a commitment then, right?
Yes.
It's a date.
Yes. Wow.
100 million naira. That's it. Oh, yes. I just got the alert. Congratulations on becoming a landlord. It's nice doing business with you.
Daddy?
Yes, darling?
How do you make so much money? You're always calling millions on the phone.
I make sacrifices.
Sacrifice? What type of sacrifice?
When you give up something of value for the sake and consideration of other things, that's a sacrifice. I invested in real estate when the opportunity came, even when it was not convenient. And that's a success story we're reaping today.
Oh, wow. Awesome.
You don't wait to buy real estate. You buy and wait.
Take advantage of this amazing opportunity today.
GTEX Homes.
We help you build your future.
GTEX Homes,
a subsidiary of GTEX Global, brought to you by Stephen Akintayo,
and is bringing you
Jasper Estate. It is located along the urban area of Ibeju, Lekki, Lagos, Nigeria.
This is just luxury at the tip of your fingers, with just 12 minutes drive from the Lakapine Tropicana.
It's 15 minutes from Dangote Refinery.
And it's 5 minutes to Lekki Town.
2 minutes from Stone Beach Resort.
It is just adjacent to the Dangote Jetty.
And if you're one that like to travel down memory lane and be in tune with the relics, Awolowo Museum is 5 minutes away. It is barely 11 minutes from Lekki Deep Sea Port.
Pick up that phone, dial that number, send that WhatsApp message to the number on your screen, and secure your slot today.
Also available in Abuja.
GTEX Homes. We don't just sell properties.
We help you build your future.
GTEX Homes,
a subsidiary of GTEX Global, brought to you by Stephen Akintayo.
And is bringing you
Jasper Estate. It is located along the urban area of Ibeju, Lekki, Lagos, Nigeria.
This is just luxury at the tip of your fingers, with just 12 minutes drive from the Lakapine Tropicana.
It's 15 minutes from Dangote Refinery.
And it's 5 minutes to Lekki Town.
2 minutes from Stone Beach Resort.
It is just adjacent to the Dangote Jetty.
And if you're one that like to travel down memory lane and be in tune with the relics, Awolowo Museum is 5 minutes away. It is barely 11 minutes from Lekki Deep Sea Port.
Pick up that phone, dial that number, send that WhatsApp message to the number on your screen and secure your slot today.
Also available in Abuja.
GTEX Homes. We don't just sell properties.
We help you build your future.
So, you've been in Dubai since 1995. What has been, first of all, has been the journey, and then what has been your greatest achievement since 1995 till date?
Yeah, I mean, the journey, I can only describe it as unstoppable, because Dubai doesn't sleep. This is a market where you are continuously evolving and reinventing, not just who you are, but what you do and how you do it. Because this is a very transitionary market, in the sense that you have a lot of expats that come to Dubai, they spend a few years and they leave.
Yeah.
The population is constantly changing.
Absolutely.
Which, in a way, offers an opportunity to continuously expand your network.
Yeah,
and this is, I think, the biggest gift that I've had here in Dubai.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I've also been lucky enough to transition recently from the core communications job and get into an area which I have a lot of passion for, which is real estate.
Yes,
luxury real estate. Yeah, and this is what Dubai has given me, the ability, that chance to, spend 20 years doing something and then at my age do something completely different. So it's very exciting, and I think this has been a key driver for me to be in this market and to stay in this market. And even if I get a little bit bored and I want to go experiment, go spend 3 years in Miami or a couple of years in London, you always come back.
Absolutely.
And you never cut that tie off.
Absolutely. So what's your biggest achievement in all these 26 years?
I think the achievement for me was the knowledge that I've gained.
Okay.
The ability to experience so many different industries, so many different types of roles and jobs, and work with so many different cultures and peoples, that I have gained a true international perspective. And I can probably say that I'm agnostic to a culture, because the whole world is my home.
Absolutely.
And being in Dubai,
everywhere,
absolutely, I can relate to people from every continent, from every country in the world. I think that has been the biggest achievement for me, is to reach that level of Zen, if you will, where you can literally be friends with everybody from the world.
Absolutely.
And that's hard to do.
That's really hard. Really, really hard. I mean, when I started visiting Dubai, realizing you have over 190 nations, and it's just the cosmopolitan nature of Dubai is amazing.
Absolutely.
So what is your investment philosophy?
My investment philosophy is based around the fundamentals. You've got to look at the fundamentals. I mean, a lot of people are gamblers, and don't get me wrong, I've done my share of gambling. But when you have the core fundamentals are based on solid investment, strategic knowledge and input, and this is where a lot of the people that I'm fortunate enough to work with now bring, because I don't have as much experience as I would like to have. But then also being able to take a long-term view for how you grow and make money, and that's the biggest success factor. And if you look at the most influential and wealthiest business people in the world, they all played that long game. Unfortunately, in our day and age, we live in the nanosecond because of the internet. And
fast.
And a lot of the younger people, especially Gen Zers and millennials, they're in it to make that quick buck.
Fast.
Absolutely.
I need it now.
Absolutely. And unfortunately,
it's not sustainable.
It's not. And we've all made the mistake of trying to do that. I mean, you literally are rolling the dice and hoping for hoping for 11s, but they never come, right?
So do you have like a quotable quote when it comes to investment? And if you have, can I have 3?
What?
Like investment quotable quotes, like quotes.
Oh God, no, more survival ones. So one of my favorite quotes was by philosopher Nietzsche, right? Which was Friedrich Nietzsche, which was beware of the monster you seek to destroy, lest you become that monster yourself.
I like that.
Yeah, and there's a lot of knowledge in that.
Like
a lot of wisdom in that, because
particularly for politicians.
Well, for everything. Yeah. I mean, if you what you try to create, what you try to fight.
Yes.
Don't let that take you over, because whatever it is that you do, you could become that.
True.
Right?
True.
And it comes full circle.
Yeah.
And I think this is the most important thing in life, is that you have to be able to live and let live. And that applies on the investment side as well, because what I give to you and the fairness and the honesty I give to you in the way we do business together, that will come back to me.
Yeah.
And the reward of that for me will be a lifelong business partnership between us, rather than have that quick mentality of how can I profit from Dr. Stephen, or how can I take Dr. Stephen's money or opportunity, right?
Yeah.
And that's very, very important.
Wow, thank you for inviting me to Kiza.
You're welcome, my brother, man. Always a pleasure to have you around.
Yes.
Sanbonani Senmamugela, which means welcome to Kiza. My name is Lebo and I'm from South Africa.
Sambonani.
Yebo.
Thank you. Will you say this is the most luxurious African restaurant in Dubai?
I think it is the only one in Dubai.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, that smell, it has touched my senses. I don't know about you, I don't know what you do 4 a.m. But I like to go on hot air balloon. I love adventure. You should try this one of these days. Come experience Dubai, and you should try the hot air balloon experience. It can be scary if you're afraid of height, but it's magical if you try. Powerful quotes. Do you have another one?
No. That was hard work.
So, luxury real estate. You know, what do you think is the ROI for anybody trying to go into luxury real estate, or is it just only for just to show you're sophisticated or what?
No, from the ROI, there has been. I mean, we've been in a down market, to be absolutely transparent. Dubai has seen declines in capital values over the last 10 years.
Yeah.
The crisis was really, the financial crisis was really the trigger for Dubai's decline.
Yeah.
We saw a slight blip in 2015-16 where prices started to recover again, demand started to recover, but then it was a false start, if you will.
Yeah.
Today, what you're seeing is because of the pandemic, funny enough, and the huge now demand in ready properties, particularly villas, we're seeing investors realizing 20, 21, 22% year-on-year growth in capital value just in the last 12 months.
Wow.
And that I'm sorry, in 30 years here, 28 years here, that's unprecedented to see that kind of growth. Now, the beauty of this is that, you know, most of your investors are looking at the long game, so they are coming in at a time where we are in a rising market. I could safely say, I could be wrong, but I could safely say that we have seen the end of the bottom. So we've bottomed out, and now we are going through the next, hopefully 10-year cycle of growth. And the real estate sector works in those cycles. It's about 10 years, right? So we've just come out of a very long down cycle. And from the numbers that we're seeing, the uptake, the volumes in terms of units exchanging hands, we haven't seen these figures since 2008, 2009. The increase in capital values, 20-21% rise in year on year, that's phenomenal. That's unprecedented.
That's good for villas.
Absolutely. Even because the reason for villas is because as much as people think that Dubai is this big, lavish, luxury place, we do actually have a shortage of premium villas. And most people don't realize this. What we have a lot of inventory is apartments, right? But even apartments have seen approximately 2.4% growth year on year, which is not bad considering the huge inventory you have. But where the real ROI is happening at the moment is the premium market. Villas that are selling for 15, 20, 30 million dirhams are flying off the market. Just this morning, one of the big real estate agencies in Dubai announced they have closed a $2 million rental for a villa for 1 year at Emirates Hills, which is another Amar property. That's, again, $2 million. I can buy you a villa on the Palm probably for $2 million. So this guy came in and literally rented it for $2 million. That shows you that the demand is there. Wealthy clientele are looking selectively of where they put their money in Dubai, and I can only see a very positive growth over the next at least 2-3 years, unless something big happens. We get another pandemic, or Mother Nature decides to step in. But in reality, I think the ROI right now is very much into the luxury and premium villa space.
The fact that there is no income tax and property tax, could that be one of the advantages? And if that is removed, could that, probably lead to exits and, challenges in the property market?
Yeah, I mean, I don't see taxes becoming a big factor here in the country's GDP or as a revenue source for the government. We pay fees across different services provided by the government. Well, the VAT is there as an additional source, but realistically, we don't pay taxes, we pay fees. And in reality, anybody who's bringing their wealth to Dubai and investing it in properties is not going to see any kind of taxation come in. We operate almost as an offshore market, right? So I don't see that taxes, especially on income or wealth tax, I don't see that as something that will come into play anytime soon, because Dubai's claim to fame is we help you protect your wealth, and that cannot change. That formula has to stay.
Amazing. Wow. It's been a wonderful, wonderful chat, really. Wonderful. So what do you do for leisure?
Well, I spend a lot of time on my motorbike. I like going fast, so I spend time. I just picked up a motorcycle recently. I've been on a break for a while because of my son, but I do spend a lot of time also scuba diving on the east coast of the UAE. I love traveling inside the country. We have a lot of great places. The mountains in Ras Al Khaimah, Jebel Jais. The scuba diving, of course, in Fujairah, east coast. It's a very, very nice place to go. You also have a lot of off-roading opportunities. We're surrounded by sand. So you've got the beaches and the water sports on one side. You've got the desert and the off-roading on the other. What else is there to do?
I think I'm speaking to the VP of Expo 2020 right now. He's trying to get me into Dubai, but I'm already in
You're
Dubai.
here. There you go. There you go. Hopefully we're going to keep you here.
Yes, absolutely. Guys, it's been a wonderful conversation with Sherif. He's been amazing. And I think that one of the things I admire about your skill is quite rare. PR communication, and it's a delicate one. It's a delicate. As an entrepreneur, I know what it means, because in business you always have those crisis moments, and you can't do without good people like this who clean you up. Once again, thank you for coming for Investment Chatting on Rolls-Royce. We have a little token here. My latest book is called
brilliant.
Billionaire Habits.
Nice.
The secret billionaires use to grow wealth.
This is going to be my weekend reading tonight.
Good,
tomorrow's
good,
Friday,
good.
so brilliant. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate you, and thank you for coming.
It's a pleasure.
So, guys, it's been a wonderful chat here with Sherif, and I've had a great time. I'm learning to know more about Dubai, about his career, his journey, and I hope you have had a wonderful time as well meeting and connecting with him. Of course, attached is a social media handle and other details about him. You can connect with him if you come to Dubai or you want to do business in Dubai. And once again, I hope you enjoyed this, and see you next week on another episode of